Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey and the Resolves, and today we're coming at you with a complete deck. So the deck building series is going to continue. I should probably explain what that is. So something I've been doing for like the past week, and I'm probably going to continue to do when new content comes out, is I'm going to take a card from the new content and then build a deck around it, so you can sort of see how I build a deck or what sort of thought process I have when I'm doing it. It is, of course, it's just a short time period that we spend on it, so it's like 8 minutes. Maybe I try and do it in less than 10 minutes, so things will be missed. So like in the film deck the other day, I missed out where is it now? Ice Ball should definitely be in that deck, but it was missed because it was just a quick deck build to sort of show you some of the practices. That's not going to be the only thing the channel's doing. It's just going to be something that's just going to supplement the looking at normal decks, especially ones from the ETS. There's only been like 1 or 2 small tournaments since this new set's come out, so I do want to still bring like decks from them to sort of like help you decide what to craft, but I feel like that's still kind of important, kind of an content for people to be looking at. But now we're just looking at a bit of a brew. So this is something I've been playing with on the ladder because there's too many combo players on my ladder. Let's give them a hard time. Probably won't actually give them a hard time, but it might give someone a hard time and that'd be worth it. So I'm just going to give a quick snapshot, plays for like 3 games, and to show that, you know, Mindlink is progressively getting stronger. There will be more and more transform cards, so you can be this much more sort of, let's say, disruptive control deck. So I did try an original version of this with like Spectre's Sanctum, but it was actually kind of hard to get Spectre's Sanctum out and actually have spells that you wanted. So I've opted instead for Rost, just because this is just a kind of unkillable threat. So much similar to, let's say, Witching Hour is, it's a really big threat. It's going to be a problem for your opponent to deal with, but this doesn't get dealt with a harsh rule, whereas like the Witching Hour might do. And it's a lot less of the time going to be a dead draw. We do only have 2 power sources in the entire deck that do not draw Primal to be able to play this on 5. So we've got a lot of disruption as well, so we should be able to get rid of things like feeding times or any sort of interaction for this like an Equivocate, because we've just got so much information all the time. We do have the Royal Decrees, and we've got Rain of Frogs, and of course just with the Mindlink, that's pretty good. Royal Decree, probably not always getting the onslaught, but it's basically a discard spell that's got synergy with cards in our deck. You know, if we're at the point where the Seek Powers don't do anything because we don't care, we can use our merchants and just trade them for like real things. I've got the rereads in here as well because this can help you just get like more frogs if you need them, because frogs with Mindlink is a draw engine. And also just being able to, in a pinch, reread like a harsh rule or end of the story, something just to be able to wipe a board. There's not too much about the deck, but Unstable Form here just like ping Aegis, as well as having some sort of synergy, because if you've got Mindlinks in play, you can Unstable Form something again, like you draw those cards, and then you can harsh rule, because that's something you're going to do anyway probably in that turn, but it means that you've maybe got like 2 or 4 cards in your hand that are actually threats. So let's go on to ladder. Only going to play 3 games of this because I do want to do a deck build with the time 5-drop, so yeah, let's get on with it. Well, we're on the play. We've got kind of a nice hand because we can Wisdom on 3, we can Royal Decree if we really need to, so I feel like playing against like one of the combo decks, like not the Workshop Forge, but you know, the Glimpse at Possibilities, I think it's called. Or the one that's playing like Diogo to get Stone Sky Activator. We can probably Royal Decree just to turn their win condition into nothing. But we don't really need to do that super early anyway, because usually they just mark it for it and then we're able to get it. So I think just play Seat of Order. I feel Crest next turn because I do kind of want Rost. Like, Rost's good. Probably a little bit greedy to keep 2 of them, but we're against Found, so maybe we don't actually need the second one. Jedi Merchant fetches us a Mindlink or a Frogs if that's good. I'm probably just like not doing that next. I don't know. I think I'm probably just going to like Wisdom the Elders now turn, just get more resources, get more things that I actually want to trade away. Because at that point we'd end up just like putting a Rost away, and I kept a Rost on top, so I don't want to do that. It doesn't seem like the best plan. Yep, points tapped out, just Wisdom, it's fine. It was kind of perfect because we probably get to put away like one of these like harsh rule effects, but get rid of the most expensive one, even though it does pop it. It does, you know, perhaps get around Aegis. A lot of the threats that Found would have. Actually, that's kind of fine. We've got to trade one of them away. For our Mindlink. Do we want the next copy of it? Probably not. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And then we could do something like next turn. We could Mindlink plus Royal Decree, but we could also just Rost. Also, a nice thing is that if your opponent does do things like if they, I don't know, permafrost your Rost, you're able to unlock it later with Harsh Rule, which is kind of nice. But I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to Mindlink, especially now that our opponent's gone and got something. I'm going to attack Mindlink. If our opponent's Reanimator and we get to get all their Grasping at Shadows, then they're probably kind of dead, because then they have to play a fair game against a deck with Harsh Rules in it. Admittedly, we've got one on the bottom of our deck and one to their market now, but yeah, just go for the attack here. If our opponent trades, I'm kind of happy. Yep, this is fine, Tiger, you got me. So Mindlink, Royal Decree, and see what they got. So they've got Cold Blood and Desecrate, which we don't care about, so spot removal doesn't really matter. So in terms of what I'm going to snip, it's just going to be like this. So we could get the Merchants or the Varas. Vara's kind of slow, No Blade's kind of good, but we'll have something to deal with No Blade, because we're going to start putting things in front of it, I guess. Or do we just take No Blade, because the other things are just like whatevers? Like, Carrying Merchant can burglarize our Mindlink. That doesn't seem like an effective use of resources. I think I'm just going to take No Blade, just because I probably might be able, because I've got like 2 removal spells, maybe they can tempos out in keeping these Rost busy. So yeah, I'll take No Blade. We only get to draw 1 Seek Power, but oh, they've got multiple copies of it. Huh. Let's just read Mindlink again. So we transform an enemy card other than one in their deck, draw a copy of the new card. Let's see if we snip it. We only had 1. Pretty sure I should only get 1 Seek Power. Huh. The more you know. Well, let's just keep doing this, just get things out of our deck. It's kind of like meaningless, like whether we use them or not, because we're going to keep the cards probably just to trade with merchants, get like some more stuff going on. Would like to Rain of Fogs our opponent. I assume anything that they can play, they just will play. Like, Vara here, I probably just don't sacrifice to it. Or maybe I do, because it's kind of free. Okay, let's go for the Arm's Favour. That's probably wise. Because that will prevent a lot of things that we would be doing. I mean, I found this, just going to attack into it. I am not sure about the Island's Favour Vara deck. Oh, let's do that. Yep, crack you for 7. This will keep an opponent busy. Also, we've got like food for Vara now, so I'm feeling pretty confident. Also, seeing like some sort of like monkey frog, just because that's how I roll. It's comfortable. We'll play the power now, just so we've got more power in play. Grab Justice Sauce, why not? Don't want to draw one. Drawing Justice Sauces is the worst. Also, I ran out of cups, so today I am World's Greatest Grand. I keep leaving cups in my office, so I don't manage to put them in the dishwasher. Because it's on a completely different floor. Yeah, it's like, you got a Rost, it's kind of fine. It's Wisdom. Can Wisdom plus Rost, so yeah, it's fine. A couple of Strategizes, so I do want to keep the powers in hand, but yeah, I think this is just as good. Opponent might trade, which makes their Vara better. But we can find a way of dealing with Vara. Also, Vara pops their face Aegis, which is kind of fine for us, because that lets us try and find like transform effects. So if we're able to find something like a Rain of Frogs, it'd be great. Because then we can probably take out whatever their answer is. So Vara here, our opponent's got Desecrate, so they get to deal with like whatever's left. I mean, it's only temporary. We could just sacrifice our Rost though. Just trying to be comfortable here. Then they've just got a 3/4. Nah. Nah, cowards don't do that. Let's go for this instead of the Desecrate. Desecrate would be kind of risky from us as well, because then they go down to 11, and if we had a removal spell, they'd be dead. So Maybe they'd be more tempted to use the Desecrate if we'd like sacrifice something. We don't get to Poaching Drake kicks, it costs too much. I've always sort of wondered what kind of game world we'd live in if... Oh yeah, just do this. Go on, give it us. I was kind of wondered what sort of game world we'd live in if Poaching Drake could hit 4-drops. I'm kind of fine here, just like strategize, try and find an answer for this. Oh yes, do that then. I guess Justice Sigil out here. I'll play this deck to play Justice Sigils. Got Rost in it. So now I get to take a slightly more meaningful thing here. So I'm going to leave. So Desecrate draws me more cards, but Desecrate puts our opponent dead. So this card's already dead. That's fine. I mean, they get to attack and then use it. Actually, yeah, let's just take 2 Desecrates because we get to draw cards. This is fine. Actually, I'm kind of a fan of the Hooru Merchant, but just because we've got like specific things we want in here, like we do want access to the other. Yep. So Hailstorm's gone. What goes to 8? Has to use In Cold Blood here, pretty much. So playing the frogs out. So they've just got Wisdom the Elders in hand. I feel like we can very easily just smash that. So we could frog them, but I'm not going to. So we need 10 power, which is kind of awkward. So I'm just going to Hash Will. Our opponent's got a Wisdom versus what is going to be 1 Rost that's in play and 1 Rost that is on suspend. And they're at 8. So like when this pops up in like 3 turns, it'll be unblockable, so it should be able to kill our opponent. So basically 3 unknowns. It's fine. I feel like we're in really good shape here. Yeah, opponent's going to spin the wheels a little bit. And they can't find Desecrates, but Desecrates would probably just kill them anyway. So most of their removal is going to be kind of expensive. They could Ice Blast us, which is perhaps like a reason to tuck away basic sigils when we come to like strategizing. But yeah, let's just crack our opponent for 7 here. Then I suppose we'll just do this for non-power. So drop random non-power. Ice Bolt's fine. Let's Crest and see what's on top. Royal Decree. Would it hit anything? It probably wouldn't, would it? So I think I'll just play this just as like a threat, so our opponent needs 2 removal spells. Also, we've got fodder. Well, I don't really need fodder for like a Vara or anything. So do this. Our opponent's got 1 card in hand. They've not got 2 removal spells. So if we just do this, they're dead to life 1. Ice Bolts are so good. I can't believe people thought that was like a bad card. Okay, I was confused. I thought it actually just came back non-shifted. But yeah. Do need to attack with both because of kind of Black Clan tactic. But yeah. Do really like Rost as our new win condition, just because we've got kill a shifted enemy unit. Did we do that? No, we killed our own shifted enemy unit. We shouldn't have that achievement. I'm sure we will do that at some point. Especially if we're just like playing Harsh Wills and stuff. So, on the draw, yeah, I'll keep this. So we get to go, we don't do very much. All we really do is Mindlink into Rain of Frogs. But if we get away with that, it just feels so good. Is a punk on 6? Nope. Oh yes, we play against Hooru Control. I thought this might not be a good matchup, actually. But on of claws, because we could run out of gas against this opponent. So that is like a real thing. But I suppose by the time we get to 4, we just need like 1 deplete power, so I guess we can keep it. Be a little bit greedy. If this is like a Hooru aggro deck, then that was a mistake. But if this is just like the Hooru Control deck, then yeah, we should be kind of fine. Oh. It is not. It's like a JPS control deck.
Only the best.
Well, Big Smugs is here, so we're probably getting Roll Up Memorial the next turn. If we draw like the Royal Decree, I'll probably just pop that off just to not have to deal with that. But let's just grab this for now. Grab Mindlink. Our opponent can, well, play it this turn, I guess, and it not be a problem. Yeah, because that's pretty stacked. Like, they get to hit like one of our transform cards, but we can't play this one anyway. If we draw a power, I'm probably just going to play Drake just because it kills this. Threatens this, which means our opponent has to use that removal spell. Yeah, so you're taking Rain of Frogs, so probably up to something. Everyone's always up to something if they're taking Rain of Frogs. Giving our opponent actual frogs is kind of sketchy though, because they do have like Regents seem to buff them all up. So I think we're just going to fetch Royal Decree. I think we can get rid of an Honor of Claws because we'll just get back later. This helps as well because this is going to help us with the actual the problem that we would have. Scribe Vengeance in. To go for the attackable, just don't block here because we can potentially just get in. I assume they'll just like sit back. That seems like the best answer. Yep, no blocks. Though they can follow with like a Macto or oh, this is fine. We do need our opponent to have something in hand though, so that our Royal Decree can draw us the power. Yep, take your Croviat Palace, that's perfect. Helps us hit our power, so go and grab Primal Sigil. And there we go. So, as I was saying, like, this helps us a lot because it helps us to just have Seek powers, when our deck wouldn't typically have them. Pretty good that we got that, actually. We probably needed it. I think that was the only play that they had in hand as well, so we do have to be wary of Elias that's coming next turn, but I guess we're kind of fine. We're just going to Poaching Drake this. It removes the Revenge unless our opponent devours it. They can devour it in response if they want. This fast spell is probably like a Wisdom or an Annihilate or something, but turning this into a Goat is good. Gives us fodder for the market, and also if our opponent's playing Devour later, we could just play it and just have it as food for her. But here, if our opponent doesn't have like a Devour effect, okay, it's playing Fetcher's Sanctum, so that's a bit more of a problem. I think I'm fine with this. Like, we just killed their thing, didn't take free, which seems kind of good. So one thing we can actually do is just Austerity this. I think that's what we're going to do, because this is nonsense. I don't want that card in play. So that's what we'll do. We'll take a hit off the thing. I think that's kind of fine. Yeah. I probably could have like an Unseal for this. It's not super likely because, like, to play in this deck, like, where do you find the room to play that in the main deck? Because they've only had, like, the Justice Merchant. Yeah, so I managed to get rid of that. The Curse, cool. That is some synergy, let me tell you. I mean, it kind of is, because we're going to discard it to Honor of Claws later. Honor of Claws is like another great addition to this deck, because you can discard rubbish like this. Yeah, so get the gift that keeps on giving. So I've got some sort of fast effect, but what is it? Like, maybe they just don't care about this, and if it is like a counterspell, they just want to use it to protect this, which would make sense. Ooh. So I get to attack this. We'll have to poly this, I think. So if it's an Ice Ball? Yeah, okay, that's fine. We don't get the transform. Ice Bolt's their own thing, gets to draw a power, and then puts this in there. We'll get it next time, don't worry. Next time we'll get you. Well, let's just Honor of Claws and just get out of this Omen of Austerity. Just certainly is a cursed relic. And now we're at 8, and we're against a deck that I'm going to assume hasn't got channel. Also, the channel isn't lethal yet, so we could snag it next turn with a Rain of Frogs. I think with the layout of our opponent's deck being kind of slow, maybe this is something we can get away with. So I'm going to attack here. Maybe I can advise out of them. I think the attack was probably a bit of a mistake, though. I'm going to get rid of the Strategize because I think that the Wisdoms are better. We've got time, we've got power. Also, we'll just get it back later if we really need to. So, take Var's Favour. It's not the most impressive get, but it draws us like cards, so I'm fine. I'm going to play power just because we've got 2 Wisdom Elders. So if we do draw like things, I want to be able to do the thing with them. Also 37, which isn't the most ideal. It's also very unlikely they've got things for us to transform anymore. I mean, we get to draw a 2-1, but... Okay, so the trade's good for us. I do want that because then our opponent can't Palace. So Palace gives us like a boost, but like that's fine, we've got that covered. Well, Wisdom now is fine like a Crest because we can still play a power. I guess if our opponent does Palace, we get to like Ice Bolt this and then kill the Palace, which would be, you know, pretty juicy. Kind of hate Ice Bolt in a Frog, but you know, gotta do what we gotta do. This opponent could be playing their own Royal Decree, which would be kind of impressive, really. Okay, so they just want to get the double Aegis of the Smuggler. So, does Ice Bolt trip face Aegis? That'd be interesting if it did. Sure. We are kind of light on win conditions outside of Rost's, but I think we're kind of fine here. Just immediately draw Mindlink. Cool. Let's just attack, I guess. Do we have any merchants left? We've used 2. We used 3. So we've got 1 merchant left to actually do something with this Mindlink. Yeah, let's just Poaching Drake, pop that Aegis. I guess at that point it's just going to be a race to find who can find Rost the first. So I assume we're both playing it. I'm probably playing Spectre's Sanctum, but we've got to kill their Sanctum. That was kind of fine. Yeah, this is okay. I'm not sure about this like Vara Aegis combo deck, but yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I'm enjoying like what our opponents put together because they've got both the smugglers sort of put together. I do like this because they've got a lot more access to things, whereas previously they'd have to play like a smuggler. Which would be kind of rough. Well, we didn't draw anything cool, so let's just Ice Blast this. Yeah, it's unlikely that we like die to damage though, because I mean we're all at 7. Our opponent should probably start like tickling us with this 3-2. Plus 4. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's get him for 5. 4-turn clock. They've got 2 left to pop this. Go on, bottom. So you're saying there's a chance. Guess we'll just poly this just so it's not a threat anymore. I think we'll leave some back though. Yeah. We have got all of our opponent's virus favours, but I won't put them off having some way of getting perhaps Nightfall. Maybe they've got Burglarize. I mean, it's unlikely they've got Burglarize because they're playing Order of Austerity, which sort of covers it. But like hits for 3 plus Burglarize would be kind of saucy. God's sake. We kind of have to sit back. Well, here's Elias. So kind of have to wipe this. Let's use the expensive one. So this game's going to drag for a bit because we need to find a Rost before our opponent finds a way to kill us. Diesel's office. Rats. Well, I mean, Rost's kind of fine against that. Cool. With Mindlink. Great, great. We're doing good. We're doing good, team. Okay, so our opponent's found the draw spell first. So that's bad for us. But opponent does have to like whiff 2 spells in this, and Diesel's kind of fine. They don't have anything in play to sacrifice to it. Let's roll the see what they've got. Harsh Rule plus Slay. Both kind of fine, but Slay's cheaper, so I'll just use that one. A little bit tilted about these 2 Mindlinks we can't play. Well, Mindlink wouldn't have actually really done too much. There we go, Strategize. Get rid of this. Strategize again. Probably get rid of the other one. Yeah, so we don't have another way of killing that, so let's just roll Decree here. Get rid of a harsh roll, I guess. Crest of Order, Poaching Drake. It does some work. It attacks and blocks, but I think we just need to find Rost, because we're just going to kill Diesel no matter what. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, we're never going to grab Honor of Claws because our opponent would have just played it. Because it's kind of fine. Another one. Oh, Croviat Palace. This could be a problem. This could be a problem. Fortunately, this unit does not have charge. Yeah, let's get that. So we can give it Berserk. How about we don't do that? You just kind of need to find Rost as soon as possible, because when Svetcher comes out, we won't be able to kill Svetcher. Ooh. This video's taking a lot longer than I thought it would.
Only the best.
Opponent's got a Smuggler. So we do... Which effect did we use? Use the... Plus we draw so many cards. We're just dead. I'll give it like... I'll give it our draw stat, basically. And I'll probably scoop it up, because I don't think we're going to win from this point. I've always got like a Palace. When Fetch comes out, we just won't be able to deal with it unless we have like threats in play. So we kind of need to draw like Wisdom of the Elders and just like have 2 Rosts. What's going to keep here? Rereading Vision. Oh! They just want to get rid of this. Okay. I've still done Mindlink. That'd be good. Yep. I'm going to scoop it up. First, I'm going to see what this turns into. Might turn into something that just explodes. Well, let's go on to the next game, because we were never winning that. It's kind of disappointing. Just would be nice to draw a little bit more Rosts. So yeah, I think we're just not got enough power here, so I think we'll just redraw it. We're on the draw of an Ice Blast though, which does help quite a lot. It seems kind of fine. Unfortunately, it's Justice Sigil. Should just like, yeah, vomit. We could probably just not play any Justice Sigils actually. Well, our opponent's on 6. So it's doing okay. We can play turn 6 Rosts. So I'm hoping this is actual Feln, but just like a slow version. So we'll just get to be fine with this. Just like snap the banners off. Seems good so far. We can still play this on 5. Probably just going to rain whether we have a Mindlink or not, just to make sure that our opponent's not playing anything like a Valkyrie Enforcer. The bane of our life, Cobalt Waystone. Oh yes, we're just on Rost Tribal. So it's just going to be like, how good is Rost against another control deck when you get to Rain of Frogs there? One answer. I mean, they could counterspell this. Let's have a look. Snipping Tool. So our opponent's playing Conclave Smuggler, Throne Warden, and Sediti. So Throne Warden doesn't do anything. We just don't care about that. Sediti kind of does, because the Curse of Provocation could be a pain. But we don't have Face Aegis, so we don't care about that. And then there's the Ram Conclave Smuggler, which is a smuggler, so I think it's that. So we'll take that. Rip that out, opponent's not going to have any of them smugglers. Also, we've got like a rebuy on the face Aegis because we've got another Cobalt Waystone that we don't have to play next turn because we can just play Primal Sigil and then we can play the Justice Sigil. So opponent didn't appear to have anything else in the hand. So it must have just been like really sort of power heavy. I mean, we know they've got 2 Justice Sigils, I guess. Or was it just one? I can't remember if they played one last time. Okay. Weird flex, but okay, I'll take one. I'm guessing it's literally just to get Sediti going. Yep, so we pop that. Play Cobalt Waystone, just attack everyone up to 7. Like, double block if you want. Defiance, kind of annoying. Like, but it's going to play another Rost. And then next we're going to play Rost with Ice Ball up, which should be really good for us. So, in terms of cards our opponent's got, we've seen all of them, so just don't need the snipping tool anymore. Snipping tools are so useful. Yep, this is fine. It's probably just like a race we win here. Other Rost is coming off suspend next turn. Well, coming off stun. So opponent probably needs to be like harsh rule in this. Okay, choose your poison, stranger. Nope. Hope they don't go Unseal. Unseal here would have been absolutely disgusting. And in that spot, the opponent has quite correctly had enough of our nonsense. Didn't really get to see Mindlink in its glory there, but, well, I've got other videos to do. Let's go. So I was going to record the maybe Zen deck. So this has got a Mindlink in it, so I kind of want to keep it. But it's got the Justice Sigil. I'm going to take this out. Honestly, just don't think we need it. Especially because we've got like rather than Seek Power, we've got the Seek Answers, I think it's called. Ugh, that's not what I want to see. There's like 6 drop on top when we are stuck on 3. But yeah, I was going to record that, but I think that I've just not got enough time to give that the attention that it deserves tonight. So I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. Because we'll get an Argent deck. There's a couple of new Minotaurs that are kind of interesting in this new set. This deck again. Well, we'll just snap off the Mindlink, just get it out there. Just get this out of the way. And then we know that if our opponent's like merchants and grabs Omen of Austerity on turn 3, we can probably just like scoop it up. Rather than just like snapping off our Wisdom. Wisdom next turn, try and draw a power. Okay, so no action from the opponent, so I'm probably not going to Wisdom until like the end of their turn. Ideally, don't know, just like walk into their Unseal or whatever it is they could have. Okay, well, in that case, we allow this to resolve and then we do ours, just so that there's no decisions. I mean, it's pretty obvious that we've got like a Wisdom up. Ideal draw for us would probably be like a Rain of Frogs, just so we can like start our draw engine. Yeah, our opponent knows. Suffocate is going to do very little in this matchup. It might pop the Aegis off a Smuggler, but that's about it. Ooh. Well, we get to Royal Decree. So, let's take a snippet tool list. Some of this is kind of relevant, but a lot of it's not. So, if we take the Vanquish, we get 2 Seek Powers, which means we get to play our Rost for sure, and they've got 2 less answers to it. If we take Smuggler, they've not got a Smuggler, so they don't get to answer our thing. So I think that's what we're going to do. Then we just get to get a Prom Sigil. Like, if they play Snow Alchemist next turn, I'm probably just going to turn it into a frog. Just like, it gets us an Onslaught Enabler. A lot of cards our opponent's hand just like don't matter. Like, board white, just playing Rost, mate. Yeah, unlikely to be Ice Ball in this. Probably just save the Ice Ball for when our opponent inevitably plays a Palace. I wonder if someone made a video with this deck or something, because this is the second time I've seen that ladder, like, in very few games. Okay, let's do this then. Also, if our opponent does, like, Palace here, they turn this into a big boy. get to do this, well, which is kind of fine. Plus an ice ball and then turn it into a frog, so we draw a frog. Yep, Vanquish is fine, so they've got one left. Well, guess who's back? And 2 damage isn't quite doing it, Tiger. Probably don't need like another harsh roll. Let's just polymorph this. Turn it into a frog, we get a frog. So we know they've got 1 harsh rule, 1 vanquish and 1 defiance. All of which are kind of fine for everyone to have. At some point I probably might just have to play like Rost. I mean, not just to play like harsh rule like before Rost comes off shift. But probably let us smack it with it first in case we like play some more, I guess. But yeah, if your influence is good, Rost is just a really impressive threat. But give me that defiance. Give me. More gimmies? I'll take it. Also, getting more frogs in your opponent's forage is kind of nice because Mindlink. There we go. So here's Defiance, I guess. And no, that's fine. If you know, if you could pay a relic that just never died, it just had indestructible for some reason, that just said like every 3 turns your opponent discarded a card, I'd probably play it. You know, that seems like a good card in Quad Primal. Yeah, let's just not get harsh rule. We've got 2 like sweepers we've got already. This off is kind of fine. Unfortunately, Icebolt can't hit sights. This is Tamaris as well, I think. We can Crest and try and find like another. Get out of here on stable farm. There we go. So looking for might hit Rost. Do hit Rost. Let's keep our opponent's removal busy. Yeah, this is fine. Also, having these in the alternate shift speeds. So this one's got 2, this one's got 3. Means that opponent might have to just spew off a harsh roll at some point before they want to. So they can just keep like playing card draw spells and removal spells to kind of keep us busy. Which is probably what they're just going to do. But as long as they've not got something in play when Diesel comes out, which can be okay. So what are you rereading? Honor of Claws? That's kind of greedy, but okay. No, let's play power. I'm just going to play power just so we can play all of our things. We do have like some 4-cost draw spells in our deck. So just like nice Diesel's Office. I'm kind of a little bit jealous about our opponent's Honor of Claws, like buyback Honor of Claws. Discard Hailstorm. Yep, not going to need that in this matchup. So we're going to attack the Diesel's Office and we're going to get Defianced. Which means our opponent is going to get Diesel. Oh, I like that. It's just harsh ruling instead. Which seems kind of fine, to be honest. Also, we get to answer the age-old question. Does Icebolt pop Face Aegis? Might. Okay, so probably don't need millions of polymorphs. Just going to hold fire on this Rain Frogs, because if this pops Face Aegis, which I think it should, because you're making your opponent do something. Because the Yeti, like the 4-cost one, the found one. What are you up to? Could get Feeding Time. Can't use it yet. Could we get Over for Austerity? Doesn't seem great. We've only got one of these. Balance Trust, but probably not. Maybe Macto. I need to like have a look into what this list can do. Yes, Icebolt list. I'm pretty sure it should pop Face Aegis. Unseal, yeah, cool, it's fine. Well, to play that game. Jedi Merchant? Yep. Let's just polymorph this, just to stop that from being a thing. I too can frog. And we never got to find out if it pops Face Aegis, which is like the thing I'm mad about. Because it's the Yeti that makes both players draw 7 cards. If your opponent has a Face Aegis, it just pops the Face Aegis and you draw 7 cards. I think that Tempered Sentinel, like the 6/4 for free, that when it enters play, your opponent plays a Sigil from the deck. That pops Face Aegis. So it's kind of a nice technology piece. But yeah, you go it, Tiger. Sediti would be kind of frustrating here. Partial, yeah, that's fine. Partial into Sediti would be more annoying. I wonder what I was getting. So maybe we could do like the Justice dude that just like pops shifts. It's like all your shifted units emerge. Can't remember what that dude's called, but just like the millionty cost guy. Probably just don't need that. I think we just start drawing some cards. So let's go Royal Decree. Just to pop the Face Aegis, just get a cheap one out of the way. Because then we can just rain frogs. Well, what do we have here? A bunch of removal spells and a removal spell that does a thing. Well, let's get you Martyr's Chains, because that is absolutely back-breaking. Especially when you've got like Aegis units, like no chance. So let's take Martyr's Chains. They've got 2 Vanquishes. It's like fine. Honor of Claws is kind of good. And then a bunch of powers. Well, didn't really want to draw power. I guess we did though. Okay, so Honor of Claws down. Are they ever going to give up this this one of Defiance here? Yeah. Maybe we should have taken the card draw spell, but Martyr's Chain is just like incredibly scary. Also, if we draw like another frogs, we'll probably just like take that Vanquish. Draw millions of cards. Do we attack? I think we'll just stay safe. Next two, we just like attack for 1 million. Unfortunately, you have to like attack the same things, so we can't get that side. Because them having all of their units have lifesteal is kind of annoying. But I also just don't want to attack that. Yep, let's just attack you for 14, please. Go on, give me that Defiance. Guess not. Well, we no longer have Unblockable, so we have to like contend with things that our opponent does. Oh, they're doing this. Are you making Sediti? Can't find that. Yeah, get rid of your unit. So now the game's going to be difficult. Okay, so got rid of one of the slays, got 1 slay. Defiance that we know of, that's fine. Let's suffocate. Yeah, you got it. Well, Strategize is a good start. It's less of a good start. I wonder if these count for banners. Yeah, let's play this. How much do these all cost? So it's free. Let's get one of the big ones, then we get to play another unit to block. And probably going to try and get our opponent through like some number of spells so that we can get them low on resources when they've got these in play. Okay, so that's both the Vanquishes. We've just got Defiance now. And then I think that next turn is probably one that we can... Let's get it with everyone. So now we're going to gain millions. I think we're just going to end the story. Yep, let's do this. Pass the turn. This Fetcher Sanctum is pretty potent. It's probably got a little bit more inevitability because Opponent's got a lot of card draw. Also, just like with Diesel's office in play, maybe we should have killed it so Opponent couldn't try and get themselves out of trouble, but it's looking I'm dead, kind of. Oh, there we go. I got excited then, I thought it was another one underneath it. Let's play power, it's kind of fine. We've got card draw and we've not got many merchants left, so. I'm going to attack you. Get rid of all his life steals. So opponent gets to. Okay, so Diesel's office down. Play this pass the turn. We've got 14 power in play. Currently got 28 next turn. Yep, partial's fine. The combo. So don't get to see who wins 4 Rosts or 2 Sanctums. I feel like it might be 2 Sanctums, especially because none of our like disruption's going to do anything. Because we're just passing the turn for a couple of turns. Oh, it's already going to be ready to come off shift next turn. It's like 28U. Ugh. What are they getting? It's quite a combo. I'm just going to enjoy this every time. Just going to call it a combo every single time. This Void is stacked. 46 cards. Well, what can we get here? I'm going to wait. Could play power. We only need 1 for the thing. But I want to get rid of these. I can't get rid of all of Fetcher's Sanctums, that's kind of the problem though. Also, everyone kind of wants to have this happen at like last minute. Okay, so this is fine. So that we've been waiting for our opponent to spend for like the past month. Okay. Well, it's potentially taking 21. Okay, so there's an Annihilate. Another Divines, yep. If our opponent's like goes really low on resources, what do we have in here? No claws. We've got like nothing really, no really powerful draw spells to reread, which is kind of unfortunate. I think we do need to harsh rule here. I assume that's what our opponent's going to do to us anyway next turn. If they don't like unseal here, that's great. So we get to do it again after they've got rid of an unseal. I was going to reread. Also, it kind of doesn't matter how big those golems are because it gets turned into like frogs. I was going to get wisdom. Got like some amount of cards. Cool, more power. Well, at least I didn't draw them one at a time because that would have been really tedious. We've got 2 ice bolts, so we can kind of deal with like some amount of these if our opponent just made some really big ones at the end of our turn. Combo deck. I'll allow it. This must be really tedious to play against. Diesel's office. A 6-drop once. Oh, you tedious little bugger. guess I'll allow it. Yeah, just like trick this. Trick this. Trick this. Yeah, no revenges for you. And I guess I'll just play like 2 goats. I guess opponent gets to scheme. But I think I've probably gone through like most of the like master removal. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so all the harsh rules are gone. Maybe they got end of the story, but how do you find room for that? I can't possibly play like 6 cost harsh rules. Ooh. Well, we want to know if I'm doing this, which seems good. Let's just play a goat and hold up 2 ice bolts. That seems good. I realised that I should have attacked the Diesel's office, and not doing that was a mistake, but I got too excited for myself and didn't. So, before you put in the comments, don't. Because I might have only attacked with 1 and it would have got annihilated, and then it would have all felt very silly. I'm just going to assume my opponent's got nothing and we've just absolutely leveled them. And we're just going to... Yep, I'll allow it. Do we care? I was going to gain millions of lives, but we're going to kill the site. We should probably do blocks properly. So also block that. Those blocks. I need to try and figure out what's blocked now. So that's blocked, that's blocked, that's blocked, that's blocked, that's blocked. So this is unblocked and this is unblocked. Yeah, it's just ice bolt them. Does it pop face ages? It does not. Tedious. This game's going to go on forever. Cool. Cobalt Waystone. Attack the Diesel's office. Yeah, it did make things a little bit harder for me, but I think that if I attacked in that last turn, I probably would have made very hard anyway. 15 to 28. I could potentially just deck our opponent. Yeah, your deck's burning, bud. Probably just going to attack all, see how much damage you can get in, and then just wipe the board. I kind of need something that'll just like pop our opponent's face ages so that we can get the frogs rolling. Or just quick get lucky and hit something that's like a 1 of in hand and 3 of them there. So the deck quicker. So, bolting. I thought might die to decking before we get to attack with Rosts. What's had enough? No sweepers, no spells to make with the thing. Well, I don't believe that we deserved to win that game, but we did. Huh. Look at those achievements. Well, that was a bonus game, so over to the deck tech that happened in the past. So the question I had was, is Mindlink still playable? And the answer is probably yeah. is the real answer that just playing Rost with a bunch of disruption and just board wipes that don't kill your win condition also good? The answer is probably more yes. But Primal got loads of toys. Like, it can basically just be, you can just play a mono Primal deck now that just splashes incidentally some double justice like 5 and 6 drops, because the power base is just so good when you just go into faction now. Just like a huge fan of these Insignias. The only thing that bothers me is that we've gone the same direction again, which is where a specific 5 are going to have their influence fixes first before the other 5. So again, Xenon is going to go the longest time without a Crest, which I would much prefer we alternated. Like, I understand we wanted the same Insignias as merchants, well, smugglers that we brought out in this set. That makes sense. Would have also been nice if we just like had the opposite ones. I don't know. I know that we all in card games give these weird reasons why we can't have all the things all the time because of balance, but I still think that decks like Xenon consistently not getting like the power fixing that they should probably get, like, it's kind of like a stinker, really. But anyway, that's enough like ranting about who gets their sort of influence. Is it the allied or the enemy factions first? Like, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've been That Resolves. I'll see you around.